What is up guys, Andy Forrest Team Runner here and welcome back to another video, and today I'm sharing with you guys the first pair of shoes that I've ever bought twice. Yes, they're that good and I'm excited to have another pair in the rotation. This is all leading up to London Marathon. So welcome back to another video, and as I said, I'm excited to share with you guys the shoe that I have bought twice. Never ever done it before, but I'm super excited to have another pair in my rotation, as I said, leading up to London Marathon. We're going to be talking all about that and why I've done that, but first we have a workout and I'm out here with the light show you, this man Lee. We are back out here together. Now Lee has the Reading Half Marathon this weekend, so Lee's not doing anything too strenuous, maybe more so just spinning the legs. I had planned 20 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off, out here on the trails. A nice fartlek workout, good way to just kind of get the legs going again, kickstart things and get that engine revving. Lee's just going to do 10, so really for him it's just 10 minutes worth of work, and plus he's 4 days out from the race, so he's not going to be doing anything particularly stupid. Just hopefully these sorts of things and these sorts of length intervals really just work on form and you know, get you thinking about breathing, cadence, all of that good stuff. And that's what is it all about today. That's all I'm going to be thinking about, and also working hard, burning the lungs and feeling good. Excited to share with you guys what's coming next, and I'll do that video probably next week. But first and foremost, let's get this workout underway. It's just starting to get light, so we're out here on the trails. I'm excited to get going. So there we go, 11 done, just over halfway. Lee has peeled off now, and I've got nine to do solo. Gonna do a couple up a nice big climb now, and then wrap the rest up back on undulating trails. Workout complete. That was hard. I love doing this 20 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off. I've done it a few times now, kick-starting into a new block. Not that I have decided 100% what I'm going to be doing moving forwards, but I will announce that next week. I've got a few ideas, but for me, this is the type of workout that can come out here on the undulating trails and really burn some rubber, really burn the lungs, put in a few good hills there. I think all the reps were sub-6 pace, even going up the hills, and most of them were 5.0 something or 5 teens or 5.20s. So on the whole, I cannot grumble. Streak flies, fantastic on light trails, nearing 100 miles on those bad boys, but that is not the shoe in question today. I'm excited to go back and share with you this shoe that I've bought twice now. Can't wait to break these open and show you and explain a little bit as to why I've done that. So a couple of things to say just off the back of that. Obviously I apologise, it was a little bit dark at the start of the workout, but it got lighter towards the end. Obviously with the clocks going forward, the mornings are a little bit dark, but hopefully that will change over the next 2 or 3 weeks. Looking forward now to shifting all my stuff onto the trails. First point to make very quickly, 85 miles now in the streak flies. Going strong, love them, brilliant on those light trails out there. Bearing in mind when I say light trails, we're talking about no gravel, no rocky surfaces. This is just light, buffed out, very, very dusty trails. Lovely to run on in those things, top quality stuff. Those are going to be used a lot during the summer. I can assure you of that. Excited to take stuff to the trails, as I said. And number 2, heeding my own warning, keeping to my word. Nice and relaxed start to this week. So this is the first workout since Cardiff Half. So what is that, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, I don't know. Took it easy on Monday, fatigue was high on Tuesday, did a moderate run, but that's as much as I ever planned to do. Obviously in the past, I've been guilty of racing on a Sunday and a workout on a Tuesday, but before Cardiff, I took it nice and easy. Workout Tuesday, moderate Thursday, easy Friday, race Sunday, rested on Saturday, easy Monday, moderate Tuesday, rest Wednesday, and now workout Thursday. So feeling fresh, and that boded well. That boded well because I came into this one feeling good, feeling fresh. The legs were back with me, and I nailed some really good times that I'm really happy with. I did this workout before the start of my Need for Speed block last year in September, October. Paces on this one, heck of a lot quicker. So this is a promising sign, taking things easy. Got a couple of weeks before I really commit to something, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy these couple of weeks, and I'll give you guys an announcement soon. But that's not what today's video about. Today's announcement is all about the pair of shoes that I've bought for the second time. First time ever that I've gone back to a pair of shoes, and it's all in aid of London Marathon training. If you follow the channel for a while, you probably have a good idea of what these shoes are going to be, but let me give you the premise as to why I've done that. That's what I said at the beginning, give you that why, because obviously it takes something pretty special for me who loves new shoes, who loves to test new shoes, to go back to an older model, and no, it's not the Nova Blast, to go back to an older model because I love them so much. With London Marathon on the horizon, I want to be using plated shoes as least as possible during training. Found myself over the last 2 or 3 weeks leading in to Cardiff and after Bourton using a lot of my Nike shoes. Obviously I love them, they're amazing, but obviously a lot of them contain plates. I was using the Next Percent, the Alpha Flies, and I just kind of felt to myself, I don't want to fall down that slippery slope of using them for every single workout, despite them being so good. So what I decided to do was find the best non-plated option that I had to get back to those longer, long run workouts, to those midweek longer run workouts that I was doing in the last marathon training block. Canova sessions, you guys may or may not remember from the last Shepherd Eye marathon training block, going to be doing similar stuff to that leading in to London. So, as you probably guessed already, the shoes that I have gone for a second time is indeed a better colourway this time. The Brooks Hyperion Tempo. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know, well, as I said, if you're an OG fan, well, I say OG, if you're last year, if you've been around since last year and followed the last marathon training block, you know how much I've ranted and raved about these shoes. I managed to grab myself a pair from Gloucester Sports. So for those of you who know or don't know, I send them £15 a month, build up credit, then cash out when I've reached a certain amount. Well, I've reached like 150 quid with them, so I cashed out on these. I also do, I'm very lucky, I get a 10% club discount with them. So these ended up coming at 126 or 124 pounds. And it's going to be the best 126 pound that I spend leading up to London Marathon. I used this shoe for most of my long run workouts, for most of my Canova sessions, for most of my longer marathon paced reps. This was the bee's knees. This overtook the speed by quite a long way, actually. This kicked the speed into touch, and I use this loads. So I'm really excited to get myself back into this. I'm going to use it a few times leading up before London just to kind of break it in. I did find the first 50 miles in this shoe were a little bit awkward, but they really came to life after 50 to 100 miles. So I want to get to that point, but really before I dive deep into London Marathon training. So that's going to mean chucking them on probably once a week now throughout the months of April and May, maybe a bit less than that, just so that I'm ready to start thinking about using them in June or July whenever I decide to start the block. So I'd love to know from you guys. I mean, this is quite exciting for me. As I said, I've never in my running life bought a second pair of the same shoes. That makes sense. But I'd love to know what your go-to shoes are and what you continually buy second pairs of. I know a lot of you guys in my recent Nova Blast video said you're stocking up on those, and fair play to you, totally agree, they are worth stocking up on, especially the V1s if you can find them at a great price. I just feel like for me, there's a lot of daily trainers that I'd love to test out this year, and I am really starting to enjoy the New Balance 880 version 12. But for me, as I said, I need that non-plated option for those workouts. I don't want to get used to carbon plates. I want to save that for race day. I'll use them here and there, don't get me wrong, maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. But on the whole, I want to do most of my training in non-plated shoes so that I get that sort of special effect of the plates when it comes to race day. So there we go, Brooks Hyperion Tempo for the win. Excited to start putting some miles into this, break it in, and yeah, start thinking about London Marathon 2022. So as I said, let me know in the comments below what your go-to shoe is and what you tend to stock up on, what shoe you've had multiple times and what you've had great joy with, and also what you use that shoe for. Is it a daily trainer that you just keep going back to? Is it like the Cliftons that you just love and you just keep going back over them for the daily miles? Is it something like the Kinvaras where you just find that brilliant for the speed? Is it the Tempo Next Percents? You know, to each their own. Not going to go there, won't hold any judgment, but you know what I mean. Let me know in the comments below. It'd be great to get that conversation going. If you enjoyed today though, guys, please do give this video a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Until then.